Joining me now, Alex Koppelman. He's a staff writer for Salon.com, and he's also runs a political blog, War Room, and Vaughn Ververs, senior editor for Politico. Alex, welcome to the program. Same to you, Vaughn. Alex, you've been out in the trenches. What have you seen?
Well, I was at a couple town halls that Senator Arlen Specter had held in Pennsylvania.
The ones that caught our attention early on.
Yeah, the ones that caught the attention. I was not at the one where a man told him he'd have to face God, but I was at a couple after that, and they have been similarly rowdy. Just a lot of people very angry. You know, he told me and some other reporters he thinks the country is madder than it's been in 75 years, and his town halls certainly seem to reflect that.
Vaughn, I'd like to roll a piece that we have from an 11-year-old at Senator Ben Cardin's event and get your response.
I'm an 11-year-old from Hagerstown, Maryland. I have 5 grandparents, so this issue applies a lot to me. Say my dad and my grandfather both came down with cancer. Would my dad get priority care because he's younger and can contribute longer to society?
Vaughn, are we looking as kid as prop?
Well, you know, I'm not sure you could exactly call him a prop, but certainly an 11-year-old boy isn't going to be thinking about those things unless he's hearing other people talking about it. He's hearing his parents talk about it. His parents are hearing people like Rush Limbaugh maybe talking about it. You know, that's what is driving a lot of this conversation and this anger is there's just so much being spoken about in all of these different little instances, whether it's the death panels or whatever, or rationing of health care, and that really strikes to the fear of what people are concerned about here.
When we talk about fear and sort of the bad information that's out there, I'd like to show an example of what I think is just downright plain bad manners. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee yesterday at one of her events.
Doing things simply because you think it's good for America, then...
She's not even listening. We don't want to know you're talking.
Seriously, really? I mean, come on. What the hell is she thinking?
Well, certainly not good manners, I can tell you that. That's not something a congressperson should be doing because they're going to end up on YouTube. But, you know, that really does illustrate, as well as the Cardin event, that there are a segment of people out there who are coming to these events who aren't satisfied with any explanation that they're getting. They're there primarily to vent their feelings, what their opinions are, and when the congressperson responds, they boo them down or they shout them down. They're just not believing anything. Senator Harkin says that that's not the majority of people. We've heard that from other elected officials, but certainly a vocal group of people in these town hall meetings.
Hey, Alex, I'd like you to take a look at this one. House Minority Leader John Boehner wrote about the town halls in an op-ed piece. Interestingly, he said no one condones the actions of those who disrupt, if you believe, in fact, what he's saying. But he really says that if you do not take seriously the events at these, you are underestimating the malfunction of this entire system.
Well, I think you do have to take it seriously, certainly more seriously than Congrwoman Jackson Lee took it. But you know, it's hard to say that this is really representative, and that's sort of the feeling that Republicans are trying to give and that talk radio is trying to give. These, you know, any town hall you have, the people who come out on either side, they're coming out because they feel energized to come out because they're angry about something. And the crowds, I don't think, are really representative. Certainly in Pennsylvania, I didn't see a single black person, for instance. It's people who have a bone to pick are coming out. They're reflecting a larger anger in the country, but I don't think you can really look at them and generalize from them.
You know, I know we can't roll back the clock, but boy, I wonder if we were having this discussion last fall before the Wall Street meltdown and we got trillioned out, if we would be having a very different discussion today. And we will never know. No. Alex Koppelman and Vaughn Ververs, thanks for being with us. Look forward to seeing you again.